Hello. Good morning, Shade. Nice to see you. How are you doing? I was in the middle of writing a comment to a client about how grumpy I am about AI, as usual. I had to take out a bunch of M dashes from their very nice and perfectly fine writing, and I apologized profusely because I shouldn't have to do that. Anywho, 21 fates solved. That's like a third of everybody. That is not very many. So, we were here because I wanted to look at this guy for a reason that I don't remember. Okay, sure.
Let me on. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane. Huh? How's that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Huh? Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The robes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Okay, that was a lot of information, actually. Alright, somebody here's Danish. We know that. Okay. This guy wants to get on. This guy's like, no, screw you. You killed my brother, I think is what happened. This guy's like, oh my god. And that's all. That's all he contributes to this situation. Who are you? You are, the guy who got away. You've got the books and everything. You must be Henry Evans. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Just kidding. Wait. No, we would just happen to be on the page for Edward Spratt or whatever his name is. But I bet that this is the guy that got away. Because he's carrying a bunch of important stuff with him. Like documentation about being on the ship. Aw, love reptiles? Me too. Morty, you know, of course, chose to be behind his little leaf today. Didn't especially want to be on camera. But okay, I guess we hadn't seen this one before. So that's useful. So this person, presumably, is Danish. That is what we know. Do we have... Is this Lars? Have we finally found him? There's no way. He got clubbed in the head. Was what happened to him. Now, problem is I don't know by who. And I want to watch the memory again. Yeah, you. Who are you? Oh, I have no idea who you are. Unhelpful, bro! I'm doing alright, thanks. Excited for the marathon. Me too! I can't believe that so many people, like, you know, are participating and stuff, and it's all animal stuff. That's so exciting. Path of Exile servers. Oh no! That is too bad. I feel like they've always had server issues. Isn't that kind of true? Bro, I don't know who you are. How would I ever know who you are? But you're everywhere, apparently. But we don't know where this guy even died. Yet. Maybe he didn't. Because he was getting in this boat. But... I think this is the guy who wrote us the book. So, if we assume that, then that actually means that this guy is alive, probably in the same place that the other dude is. And that's probably the same for you as well. We're gonna mark all you guys as having escaped. You... Henry was your name? Henricus, where are you? Not Henry Brennan. Uh-oh, did we already figure this guy out and I'm entirely wrong? Uh-oh. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Gotta go all the way back to the beginning and see if I already have this guy accounted for. Crew. Where's Henry Evans? Okay, we already locked him in, apparently. And it was not the guy in the boat. Okay, so I would like to see where you live. You are standing next to this man, who is a very elegant man. If you are the surgeon, perhaps this is your assistant dude. Who's the surgeon's mate? James. Hello, James. I no longer believe that you made it alive to Africa. So, that's probably also not the case for these guys anymore. Just kidding. Whoopsie. I don't know anymore. Okay, you got clubbed. We think we know who you are. Wait. Somebody was talking about somebody's brother. Can I view this whole situation again? I cannot. But this guy said, "Let me on the boat." And the other guy said, "No. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane." So that's how we know that this is, sadly, apparently, Lars. You killed my brother. So who has been murdered by Lars? Where have we first seen you? Oh, yeah, because they were talking about the ropes and that it was an accident. Okay, so this guy was Lars's brother. But, no, not Lars's brother. This other guy. The other guy's brother. Which doesn't help me. Wait. Are there people who are brothers? Do we have two people with the same name? Hold on. Oh, it's so hard to keep track. Peters? Yeah, Samuel Peters and Nathan Peters. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Just so that I don't forget that, I'm gonna throw in one of them. You look like a Sam or a Nathan. You look more like a Sam, if I'm being real. So then you... Who knows what happened to you, because we don't know how he died. But let's just call him Nathan. And we can switch him up later. And bro, I don't know who you are. Can I see you on the... You're just playing games, dude. That doesn't help me at all. Alright, fine. Fine. Maybe we've accomplished some things. Many people died in the Doom. Seven wayward souls disappeared during the events of this chapter. Their fates are cataloged here. Who is this guy? Hello, good sir. Okay, well, Kate, you're wearing a turban. Do we have people who are from a location who might be wearing turbans? Persia? We have one man from Persia. I would believe that. Hey, Omid. What happened to you? Who knows? So these guys got away somewhere. I would have to look. Oh? We've done it. We have everything we need to know.
Boy! In there somewhere! Storm's coming! Finish your business and climb down here!
So technically now that it's raining, that means we're at the end of the game. So we've seen everything. We have all the information we're ever gonna get to figure out everything that's left in this book. We can leave at any time, wherever here he is. I'm not gonna do that. But once we leave, we can't come back. So oh yeah. I need to look at you. The Doom in general occurred... Who knows where they went to? They could have gone to any of these places. Africa. Okay, well, if they were sailing... If they were attempting to sail, rather, like this, why would they have done this? Why would they have sailed the way that they attempted to sail? What direction were they going? A lot of shenanigans happened in this region. Okay. So they started here and went down and then around. So if they were going down, these people probably didn't go in the same direction as the ship, or they would have just noticed they were going the same direction as the ship and got back on the ship. So they probably, I'm gonna say, went here. Am I confident in that? Absolutely not. Nope. Disappearances. Hey man. You went here. Uh-huh. For sure you did. Whoops. Although... Who... Was this guy even on the boat? He disappeared. Yeah, in here. But yeah, everybody who disappeared in this chapter should hypothetically have gone to the same place. Probably. We have many people now who I have allegedly claimed I know what happened. And they're not locking in, so I'm assuming that I am very wrong. James Wallace. Hey man, you could lock in here. He did not. Okay. Ouija, thank you for the lizard treat. Appreciate you. And the boop, of course. How you doing? Recent gecko game streams? Yes. I love lizards. I love lizards and boats. That's that's basically what's going on here. I don't know where these people went. Oh, there's so many people. Who are you? Okay. You know what? This guy. We're gonna focus on this guy. Eat them pickles, we'll watch VOD. Nice to see you, Dragon Sage. Does that mean we're gonna play Gex Remastered sometime? You know what? Okay, I grew up with Gex. I would love to go back to Gex. Because you never get tired of tall, skinny gecko dude making stupid pop culture references that are outdated 3 seconds after he makes them. You know? Man, what were you doing? What were you doing? I don't know who you are. Hold on, hold on. It's just, he disappeared. That's all we know, is that he disappeared. Can't wait to watch you play it. Is it only Switch? Because I saw people saying that it wasn't ported right, and so right now it like doesn't play at all. Okay, man. Yeah. So you went over to there. Yeah, we started here. What were you doing? What were you doing here? How were you? Oh, okay, okay, you know what? Sure. Let's go check this dude whose foot is sitting in a corner. Because I understand very little about what happened to that dude, so there could be like many possible breakthroughs here. Hey Viv, nice to see ya. How you doing? Alright, before we watch this, I'm gonna go and give these lizard treats to Mort. We'll see if he wants some blueberries. I will be right back. Okay, I'm here. He got a little nervous when I tossed those in his face, but he'll come back out once he realizes what they are. Alright. Leg.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down. What madness is this?
That sounds like the captain. Oh no.
And never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself. Those ungodly beasts carry a curse. Throw them back or doom us all. Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things.
That does sound like the captain, though.
Find his senses.
Come on. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
I don't think he's probably been in worse spots if you have to ask where's the rest of his leg. So, okay, Captain, are you around here? Yep, here's Captain, just standing here yelling at everybody. So this is the part where the Captain realizes that multiple people are disagreeing with his choices, and he's saying to throw them in the lazarette, which is, yeah, over here. So we can't see it, but they're being carried that direction. This guy... Who are you? We don't know, because of course we don't. But the guy who sounded miserable was speaking some sort of... sounded kind of Scandinavian. Sweden. Oh yeah, 20 years my steward. Captain Stewart. Hey, yeah, no, I dig this. Yep. I dig this. Did you get the gun yet? There are so many guns in this game. This guy has a gun, in fact. Mr. Gun Crew over here. Question is... Hi, bookmarked man. But it could also be like this guy is the captain's steward because... Well, no, but this guy's just off dancing in the middle of nowhere. The other dude, at least, was on deck, but... Why would the captain's steward be in the firing squad? It sounded miserable, speaking some kind of Scandinavian in his obituary. Yeah, that's just what it is. Was missing a leg. Who else would he have been talking to? Who are you again? Ah, yes. We know him for sure. So we don't have to worry about it being him. Yeah, I like this guy being the Scandinavian man. Who are you? You're the surgeons who we have also confirmed. You are a fellow. I need to look at this conversation again. Wait, was this you? Nope, not you. Sorry. You. Was your name John? Philip. Somebody in this scene is named John. You're Alfred. Who are you? You're the surgeon Henry. Alright, somebody here is named John. Okay. So keep pressure here. That would be the surgeon. Hold him down as the captain. 20 years my steward. Yeah. Hold him down. So that would, yeah. But do you have to hold down a guy who's missing a leg? Yeah, probably, because the Scandinavian guy says you fools. Like, he's clearly trying to convince people that they're being stupid, and that's who's speaking in this scene, so... But... Well, yeah, all's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg? So somebody around him is talking to somebody named John. One of these two people is named John. Who is John? Do we have a John? John Davies, the fourth mate. Who else is John? That's a common name. John Naples, a seaman. Yep, John Seaman. From Wales. Doesn't especially... You don't look like a seaman. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted. My bad. Cause you're just like dancing with a lady. What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? Just hanging out in the back. So here's the thing. Seaman, or OS, ordinary seaman, is a position that is easy to get on a ship. So lots of these people. Paul Moss, you were a steward. And you guys are kind of all dressed the same. So I would be inclined to think that you are not a seaman. You are some kind of steward. Because this... You guys are midshipmen. Well, but see, these guys have similar outfits and are just midshipmen, which is a position that's kind of similar to OS. Whereas this dude, look at him. He's just having a great time up here with all the people having fun. But a lot of the people having fun up here are just, you know, seamen, ordinary seamen. So basically what I'm saying is this doesn't really help. So I think what I shall do... Nope, wrong guy. You. I'm gonna say... You're not the fourth mate, okay? Is the fourth mate present somewhere that I can't see? Hey buddy, didn't notice you. Well, we know what happened to him, so that's no big deal. Who are you? It's the man we're looking for. Okay. So this dude is the one we're actually trying to key in on. If you pin down always refers to everyone as the wrong name, Lebowski. If you're talking about Lars, sadly I think that we did finally figure out who Lars actually is. As in, we found the person named Lars. We have not figured out the true Lars with the beanie. He remains a mystery. This guy's just here and I don't think he says a single word. But... which is just phenomenally unhelpful. But, you know... There's you again? Yeah, this guy, right. And you, no. You. Like he's got like an apron. He's not a seaman. Okay, dude. You. John, Mr. John Naples. That's who you're gonna be, okay? But this doesn't help with this guy. Who was the one we were actually trying to track down. So, he started out accidentally dropping some cargo on some dudes. He was up top with everybody else, and he was like, whoops. And then in a completely unrelated incident, apparently, was involved in this. More loose cargo stuff. But this was kind of an isolated incident, I guess. So yeah, he was doing the loose cargo thing. And then... what were you doing over here? I don't think that's going to give us any information because these are always really chaotic and there's 50 people present. Sure, we can go back and look at this memory again. Ah, yes, I do want to look at this, because if we think that this is John, we might now be able to figure out who shot him. This is the Orlop deck? Okay. Can't go that way. Excuse me, gentlemen. You're in my way. Oh, there's more people up here. Hi. Okay, this is the man. Yep. The bookman. Yep, you're the butcher. This is fine. Everybody was just... oh my god, there's so many people. I didn't realize. But we have a lot of these people figured out, which is nice. Not you. Not you. You. You were shot by an unknown man? Oh no. We're missing like one piece of information for so many people. You're a mate. Well, you know what? No, we have two mates who are unaccounted for. Right, they're bringing all this stuff down. That's fine. Who are you? Hey, we know about you, actually. Okay, this doesn't help, I don't think. I don't think that the stuff up here helps. Okay. Alright, let me out. I'm gonna go to the Orlop deck for that guy that's behind the wall. Thank you for your single severed limb, my friend. Alright, this should be Orlop. Round the back, round the tiller. Port walk. You. Hey, buddy. Alright, so we know what happens here. I don't need to watch it again. But what I do need... You. Who are you? In order to figure out who that is, I think I actually need to be in the related memory that's out there with this dude. What is that? Don't worry about it. Alright, let's get out here with this dude. Well, for spoiler purposes, I'll give you like 3 seconds before I turn around, in case you would still like to preserve some of the mystery. 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Oh, this guy's not here anymore. The one who shot. Because it wasn't you. It was the bald guy. Where's the bald guy? It was none of you. You liars. Okay, I need to be embroiled in this conflict in some other way. Okay, okay, okay. Can we see the shot now? So here's this guy. The gunshot should have gone through. Also, check out this guy with like a hand cannon. I don't... Who was the one who shot that guy? Okay, we need to go to a very specific... Hey, is it you? I think it's this guy. Yeah, I think it's this guy. Okay, hey. It's... Oh, it's him! Okay, well then it can't be him, right? Stripey shirt man? Alright, now we gotta go back and check. Hold on. Back to the port walk. Oh, wait. Am I go- No, I went to the front of the ship. Port walk. We have a precarious tower, a little Jenga tower, and if we just pull out 1 or 2 more little details, the whole thing's gonna fall. I don't think this is Stripey Shirt Man, but he is bald. And he's got a very long gun. Can I see Stripey Shirt Man elsewhere? Oh, hi guys. I need to get closer to be able to tell. Okay, there's a lot of people with long guns. What's going on back here, man? Oh, he's still alive for a blissful moment. He's not. Okay, hold on. So that was part 7. So the guy who shot should be present in part 6, which we did just watch, and he didn't seem to be there. Because back here, you know, everybody was being lit on fire and everything. And they were having, yeah, the guy who shot him was standing like here-ish, or at most here-ish. What happened to you, dude? You're probably not even related. No. Okay. Oh, thanks for the resub, Viv. Appreciate you. Alright, well, there's a small chance, perhaps, we could find the bald man again. in this completely unrelated incident in which a man's head gets crunched by a piece of cargo. Do we know who you are? Winston Smith. Apparently we do. Okay. You're the butcher. I know that. You're the artist guy who is either running for his life or running to draw this picture extremely quickly. Okay, this was not helpful. Which is fine. Where's me door? Oh, there's me door. I have to keep chewing away at these couple people. Yeah, I've got to draw this, right? Okay, hold on. So let me just look. This might be a long shot. But let me just look at these people. Who is bald? This guy's bald. Okay, it turns out there are a lot of bald people. But I will tell you that we could narrow down our bald people by which memories they appear in. So all of that battling occurred on the Orlop deck, which means it wasn't him. You are also bald. Where have you been, good sir? You have been on the Orlop deck in the middle of a battle. Okay. Bald guy. Great. That doesn't help me figure out your name. Who else is bald around here? Who are you? Because I mean, you know, this is our dude in question here. Whose name we still don't know. But I didn't see his striped shirt. Maybe the bald guy is a dead end at the moment, which means we can't finish this guy because we don't know who shot him. So, let's pursue this man in a different manner. He was present for a lot of these battles. I mean, it is true, he was present for both of these, so it could have been him who shot him. But we still don't know his name, which means it doesn't really help. Yeah, and he was present for this. So it has to be him who shot him, right? He was present for all these memories. And then he went here. Yeah, we can look at this one, sure. Okay, nobody said anything here. That's not gonna help us figure out what his name is. So after this whole debacle with the Skittery boys... Oh, the debacle's still happening, it turns out. He was present for the entirety of every debacle, turns out. Alright, maybe this one will help. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's go to this one. This one is in the middle. It's just the middle of the main deck. Easy. Alright, let's go there. Maybe I'm choosing like one of the hardest dudes to start with. But every time I choose an easier dude, they're like, oh, they were killed by somebody who's really hard, so you can't finish them yet. You know? Alright, there's a bunch of people here. Sure. Morty, come out, buddy.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是虾米？未来全部讲出来，拢是恁害啦！迄个害人较对人无过好，是啥人滚死的啊？He talk about a shell, very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
Alright, where's the man? Swear to God, is this him? Stripey shirt? Buddy, you're not helping me at all here. You're just hauling some stuff. Which doesn't even give me much of an insight about what your role on the ship might be. Anybody can haul things. But let's see, maybe we can figure out some other people who are here. You, we know. Yes, he was locked in. You, we don't know. He's gambling with a bunch of people, none of whom we know their identity. Most are bald. Does that help? He's a good rope boy. Who are you? You're a topman. Okay. I know you're a topman. Oh my god, there are so many topmen. Okay. How do we still not know you? You are just always here to help. What? You've always got your little baggie here, but you're not the surgeon. You... Alright, we know you. You're just observing the entirety of the ship, being like, well, this is all just fucked. And then you go and talk about it later. Here's the captain. Everybody on the capstan. We don't know anything about any of you. Lars! Okay, well maybe we can infer that all the seamen were the ones who were in charge of doing the capstan, so... yeah, okay. Uh-huh. But we already know that all these guys are seamen. Oh, I've gained nothing. I've gained nothing. Seen you a million times, Hoskett. I'm still not convinced you're the captain's steward, but we live with it. This mate. Which mate are you? Okay, so... I think you're the third mate, if I'm being completely honest. But... I probably shouldn't put it in if I'm not sure. Hey, you guys, are you loading or unloading? I think they're loading this. Which means that if I go out onto the boat scenes, I should be able to find that guy again. And this thing is just attacking everybody, is what's happening there. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of stuff happening. Not very much of it was useful. Hi, Shivia. Nice to see ya. How you doing? Alright, buddy. You next.
Lift this out and fight it for us.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest?
Oh, this is the one we just watched. Okay. My bad. There were two bodies here, so I thought I was grabbing the other one. Okay. You... That's a completely different memory. This is Maba. I remember him. We just looked at you. That was the first thing we did today. Where's the pile of... Not you guys. I'm sorry, I'm thinking. This guy was executed by firing squad, and I know that fake Lars is there, but I don't think that there's anything in there that can help us to actually identify him. So there's no sense in looking at it. Buddy, show me. Alright, we got some creatures. This guy's locked in. Alright, we know who that is for sure. Who are you? Lars! We gotta figure out how Lars dies. That could really help. Yep, so, okay. These seamen are allowed to wear whatever the hell they want. We are discovering, so I suspect you're probably a seaman also. But I don't know how to tell who either you or your buddies are. Did we figure you out? This was just the topman. Okay, we don't know the difference. Here's fake Lars. And you're on the gun squad here. Which doesn't help me. At all. Like, he could be any of these seamen. I don't know that we've ever heard him speak. Well, you know what? Maybe we have. I don't know about you. You just got away somewhere. Is this Stripey Man? Oh, there's two Stripey men. We have now discovered. That's... Oh no, this is him. This is him. Why did I... Oh, there's a goat in here. Okay, okay. If he's by the animals, does that help us at all? We have like a butcher's mate? Or a butcher's assistant? Who's the butcher? Where's the butcher? Carpenter's mate? Cook? He about to cook up that man? That little goat? But I mean, he knows how to use a gun. Presumably. But it is true that he's just kind of putzing around, doing whatever. Yeah, buddy, you're temporarily gonna be the cook, okay? And you're alive. Somewhere. We don't know. So I'm just gonna say the Azores, because that's where everybody's temporarily alive. I need to go and look at Lars again. If I'm being real. I could never guess, Shivio. How would I ever know? So this is the very first memory on the ship. And I know that Lars is here. Yep. Hello. Why were you the only one left? Is my question here. He's in 17 memories. Where did you die? Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I remember that this guy who says Captain opened the door has an accent, but since he's the one who died here, it's not Lars, which again doesn't help me. And you are the first mate. So,
Exactly what I give you.
Stripey Shirt is my hero. Stripey Shirt is an enigma. I cannot figure out Stripey Shirt. This should be where Lars dies. Fake Lars.
Where are they? Must be in here someplace.
They're at the bottom of the sea.
That's a lie.
Yeah, okay. So he dies here. There's only 2 people participating in this conversation. Yeah. He sounded like he had an English accent. Kind of. That's the only real lead that I have. As you can see, there are a lot of people from England. So... why? It was a pirate accent, uh-huh. Like, he's not a mate. Where? Okay, so he's in the firing squad. A helmsman may possibly participate. Davy James! It's close to Davy Jones. Pirate accent. We figured it out. I do not have sufficient information. I would just be making a guess. Have we seen real Lars and fake Lars at the same time in the same place? Very fair. I swear to God, I hope that that other guy is actually real Lars. Okay, okay. So, you have been in a million other memories. You had all these scuffles with the captain. You were, yeah, I remember, you were on these ships trying to get away. Yeah, you were entirely in charge. Okay. This guy was the one who was part of the mutiny, which culminated in him being killed by the captain. And he was one of the last ones here. So, perhaps if we follow this trail of mutiny, we can discover... Okay. We can discover what this man's name is. Because I swear to God, he's the linchpin. If we can figure him out, like 60 other people are gonna fall into place. That's the stern. Or, I'm sorry, the bow. This is the stern, which is where I want to be. He was on the left side. So I think it's these two bodies that he participated in.
Last one. Move quick.
You'll not take the last one.
Let them go!
Alright, Lars. Where you at, man? I know you're here. There's the captain being all angry. There he is! He's coming! Okay, so he didn't really actually participate in this one. You, I'm pretty sure, are alive. You are also alive. Yes, in Africa. Everybody who's in this ship, I'm pretty sure, is alive in Africa. Buddy, did you make it into the ship? Yeah, sure. Congratulations, you made it to Africa. We can't lock this guy in, Mr. Moss, because we don't know who this guy is. This guy is a Russian. But we can't lock him in because we don't know who shot him. These three guys, I'm pretty sure. Oh, but wait a second. No, this guy. No. I could have sworn all three of these dudes were Russian. Samuel Peters. You're allegedly from England. But yeah, because these guys are brothers. Only two of the Russians are here. Where's the other Russian? There's three of them. I thought they were buddies. Anywho, that was just a little sidetrack here. Captain, hello. I swear to God, this guy is a topman. Do we have any topmen who are not the group of Chinese people? Timothy? Congratulations, you're locked in here. Because this guy is just a rig rat. You can tell. Every time you see him, he's just all over the place. So, still don't know anything about you. You're the first mate again. What are y'all doing down here? Being sneaky, huh? So this guy is overhearing these guys talk. And he's about to run away and get in trouble. And then get stabbed and wander into this room over here. But none of that has happened yet. Okay, let's put a pin in vertical stripy shirt Russian man. While we work a little bit more on Lars. But stripy shirt Russian man could actually also be very important.
Let them go!
What was a classic, Cheville? That show ran for like 20 seasons. Okay, these are all the same people. Because this guy... Yeah, he was shot. Oh, but we know who the attacker is. It's, where's Milady? Passenger... Emily Jackson. Because I'm pretty sure that's Emily Jackson and her lady, Jane Bird, down there. Captain's coming over. This guy. Everything's just about the same here. Lars. Why is Lars so active? Like, he might... See, this guy's about to get stabbed because he ran away from that room. And then this guy eventually gets his face blown off. By fucking Lars. I'm pretty sure. But we don't know because we don't know Lars's name. Rugrats was so real for me. I watched the Rugrats in Paris movie in theaters. Okay, so I also know that he was involved with all this whole situation here. Like, this guy doesn't have a face anymore. It was just all of this. Lars is short for fake Lars.
What's all this, you damn fool?
See, so he's right here. He absolutely just, I was gonna say abolished this man. Which is, you know, the more intense form of demolished. You are, yeah, the mate. Running because this guy has been stabbed by Klessel or whoever that was, who has had his face blown off here. By this guy. And the only thing that we saw was this single line of text spoken by Lars, fake Lars, because it doesn't have the X next to it to show who died. We don't know Lars' name as a top 10 quote of this playthrough. So, he didn't have a particular accent of any kind. This doesn't help us either. We will trace this man back to every memory he appears in. All 17 of them, apparently. So they're talking in this room off to the side.
Yes. Take ship and sail east. Trade treasured fish and shells for gold. Hey, who's there? Mutiny! Mutiny! British bastard! No!
Alright. So yeah, what we didn't see happening, this is this Klessel? Oh, it's Olus. My bad. They were sitting in here talking to the dude who is missing half of his body. The one who's like, where's my Frenchman? The kid hears them and is like, hey, mutiny. And this guy's like, oh no, you didn't. And runs out to stab him, succeeds in stabbing him. He wanders over here. And this guy's like, yo, you stabbed my bro, and then shoots him in the face. Is what happened. Who are you? Boy, this doesn't help. First mate, second mate. There is a mate over here. And then this is a mate. The fact that he's so far away, I'm gonna walk you through my thought process here. First, second, third mate over here. Yeah, they have really important roles on the ship. Usually, oh wait, but here's a fourth. No, he's second. First, captain. Yeah, no, third. Okay, yeah. Okay, first, second, and third mate on a ship are usually the most important ones because they're in charge of the watches, which are the rotating cycles of people who go to sleep or don't go to sleep, right? So not everybody's awake all the time. Fourth mate, sometimes there isn't a fourth mate, sometimes there's just a bosun. But on bigger ships like this, they'll have a fourth mate, and then separately a bosun and a coxswain. So, oh, excuse me, controller. So I would suspect that the fourth mate on this ship is in charge of a lot of other tasks, such as, you know, assisting the bosun and doing all this other stuff, and is not in charge of all the administrative work over here. I posit that this is the fourth mate. Because he's not important enough to be over with the other guys because he's busy. doing other stuff. How did I land upon this conclusion? Oh yes, because he's the one who doesn't have his hat right now, I guess. Shooting this dude. Which means that if I am correct... No. This guy was shot by the fourth mate. Yes! Okay, so the Peters brothers are correct. That's so many fates I still have to solve. But the thing is, the only reason I deduced that was because I already have knowledge about ships. You know? I have knowledge about my ship and how the ship that I worked on handled the fourth mate bosun situation and why he wouldn't have been over by the captain. So, immediately, this then makes me want to do a couple more things. One of which is... Wait, it's exiting my brain and I don't want it to exit my brain. Who's the fourth mate? Okay. Which automatically means that... Hold on. Take me back to the thing. Automatically means that you... Good sir. You... I was right the entire time, and you are the third mate, okay, bro? Which means that you were the one in the boat that got shot by the Formosan guy. But, okay, all of that aside, the whole reason that I wanted to come here, I remembered, was because if your name is Samuel Peters, then we're sure that your name is Nathan Peters. Which means that something else happened to you besides being alive on the Azores. Okay, nice to have that confirmed. You do know this makes it a lot cooler. Well, thanks. No, the artist was having, like, the best worst time of his life right now. Just getting to draw all this messed up stuff. Okay, we need to go back onto the boats now. Because third mate was there. I'm positive he was out on those boats. Since we know who the fourth mate is now. Something else happened to you besides being alive. How dare you? How dare you live? That's more difficult. Perhaps death. Could I interest you in a spot of death? For simplicity's sake. Okay, you are Miss Lim. We really have a lot of work to do out here. So yeah, you're... Oh, but this is... It was Nichols that's out here. I thought it was the third mate. Or the, you know... Yeah, the third mate. But this is Mr. Nichols. And we already know you, like... Okay, so we've actually pretty much locked in what's gone on here. We'll hop into Mrs. Lim's memories. Yeah, okay, so bad things are occurring. Who else is here? You are a person who has apparently been speared. Who are you scaredy cat? It's the second mate. Again. Alright, so this is what happened just prior. This guy got burned alive by trying to reach into this thing. These guys were already dead at this point. You... Yeah, okay, so these are topmen. Which is fine. Who the heck are you, you scrungly old Abe Lincoln looking dude? Okay, but I guess we know what happened to him, right? He got speared, presumably by a beast. Wait, no he didn't. That's a knife. He got knifed a question. Right to his face. He was knifed. I don't think he was knifed by a terrible beast, though. He was presumably knifed by this other person. The crew really is oops all Lincolns. You know a lot about boats. What function does energy arc going from water to corpse, or the other way around, fulfill? You know, my ship wasn't large enough to have to deal with that. But I have seen it before, just not, you know, on ships that I've worked on. I'm not entirely sure. You'd have to ask somebody who worked on one of those ships. I think perhaps it has to do with just, you know, general doom and destruction, but could also be winning the lottery. Really gonna hit him with the scrongly. Hey, maybe he didn't deserve that. So you're still alive, buddy. Yeah, sure. What happened to you? We're going backwards, which is good.
Keep rowing! Where is it? Where? Something there! I see it! Give us a weapon! Shoot it! Mike and I! Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
The guy who said give us a weapon sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay. You, once again, second mate. At least you were trying to do something at this point, possibly. Because you had a gun. Okay, you? Yeah, don't know who you are. You were just kind of out here. You? Yep, you got speared by a beast. That is, in fact, what we know. The only person whose name was uttered here was this guy's. This guy has already been killed at this point. You? You're a Russian. You're a Russian man! If only I could figure out your name from that context, but it's Mr. Abe. Who knifed him? The knife is here. This guy is the only one still alive. Because that guy's about to die, and he's too far from the knife to grab it. This guy is already dead. I don't see any reason why anybody on this ship would ever have had contact with this other ship, because these two people both die over here, and he wasn't the one who did it. So I feel like this guy had to have been knifed by the dude who eventually opens the box and burns. But I guess that makes sense, right? Because this guy's sitting in front of the box, and this guy's like, yo, let me get inside there and trigger the fiery mermaid apocalypse. And this guy's like, no, please don't. So where is Formosans? You. Let's just confirm that that is him, but yeah. Doesn't help me know who that guy is. Okay, well, we learned a little bit, possibly, from here, and this guy, yeah, I mean, he got speared. Sure. So we've walked backwards through this memory.
Keep course due east. You'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
休假！你玩抓不？
我冇问题，但是伊来想啊，绝对袂当互伊落在水底。
那是遐个怪物出现，你绝对卖起来！Aye, shut it up.
They say strange things about monsters.
Okay, there were some light accents in there that really just couldn't have helped much. The guy who died, I think he was their translator. I mean, not just because obviously he's saying what they said, but he has kind of an accent as well. I don't know that that helps. Oh, but you're a topman. I recognize you. Okay, you're one of these dudes. They did not say his name. He's only in 4 memories, one of which is the electricity thing where like nobody says anything. But the Topmen don't super help us. I don't think that a single Topman has ever killed anybody. So we would just be figuring them out for their own sakes. So you can wait, good sir. Okay? Oh, that guy. He got real lucky, didn't he? You're the Russian guy, who I still don't know, but you're about to get drowned. The mate, Miss Lim. Yeah, all you guys are about to get. Lars, did you know these people? Maybe I am kind of warming to the idea that that one guy is the captain steward, though. He's kind of older. Which would kind of make sense. I was gonna go somewhere. Oh, yes. In an effort to try to figure out the nonsense with these Russian dudes, I know... So this is the gun deck, which means it should also be where they sleep when the hammocks are not stored like they are. Somewhere down here, they were playing games. They were gambling. So I know... Russian dude, where you at, man? Yeah, you guys were both drowned. Oh, it's you. Hi, buddy. No, that doesn't help me at all. Oh. Are you down on the... Oh, they stored people in the Orlop deck because they didn't want them to get sick. They were like, go down into the dregs, bro. Okay. That is... Yeah. Starboard on the stern side of the Orlop deck. That's the tiller, so that's the stern, starboard side, Orlop deck. Probably not you guys, though. This is everybody's stuff. Where? Am I standing near where this memory is? I have walked well past it. Okay, it's like right by the tiller. Hold on. What's in here? There's nothing in here. Those are just very nice quarters for somebody. How kind. I should just be about... Yeah, I'm whoopsie. But yeah, I mean, I'm just about here. Oh, the corpse was moved post-mortem. But yeah, it should have just been, like, to here. Oh, yeah, because he's laying on the floor. Yep, no, this is him. My bad. See, they're gambling. Okay, all you guys are buddies. Where are the people who are gambling? You guys. Okay, phenomenally unhelpful because number 47, my dude. Yeah, the Russians. There are 3 Russians, and they are 45, 46, and 47. Here's 47. I can't see their tags, but presumably 45, 46, 47. This doesn't narrow anything down at all, except that they're all Russian. I was hoping that maybe like only one of them would be standing over by their hammock. So I know nothing about these other guys. He was shot. He was drowned. He was also drowned. In my experience, 47 probably killed a bunch of peeps. This guy was, 47, or this guy was the one who killed a bunch of other people. I think. Maybe not. He was the one that we see the most. Probably wearing a wig too. How many memories? Well, no, this guy we see more often. I guess because he's in the firing squad. There's nothing else that could help us here. You guys are all dead. Number 38, are you accounted for? I know it's not this guy, but... Okay, you're just a Chinese topman. Okay, that doesn't... This is probably where... 59? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Are we getting somewhere? Okay. Wait a minute. What was your number, good sir? 38. You? Oh god, I don't know who he is, but he died of dysentery. I have to put a name to the face before I can... Okay, and number 59. George Shirley, also don't know who you are. 40 and 39. Oh yeah, 39, 40, 41. 38, 39, 40, 41. So, did every single Chinese topman die of dysentery except for the one who got electrocuted? Where's the one who got electrocuted even? It was absolutely a Chinese topman who got electrocuted. Now we have to go back here. Hold on. Would you say the firing squad is kind of a ship's HR? Well, that's one way to go about it. The other is, you know, possibly spiky crab creatures. Alright, so you should also be a Chinese topman. Like, their topman team was just mostly from China. So that whole discussion there was just them saying, oh my god, we have to leave right now. By the way, this is a huge ship. But yeah, so this guy... Wait. Wait. This guy was electrocuted, which means he's the only Chinese topman. Unless he's not Chinese. What? 38, 39, 40, and 41 were all sick. And dead. But this guy didn't die of sickness. So we should be able to figure out his name. He cannot be unknown. I refuse to believe that. Omid, I am confident about. Timothy... Yeah, because I would have recognized his Scottish accent. Whaley, who do I claim that you are? You are allegedly claimed somehow. I need to go back down. Hey, buddy. So here's Maba. Okay, I can get up here. It's this guy again. Russian man. A Russian topman, specifically. Okay, we're cracking the case here. No, not you. Not you. Hey, buddy. Bro. Thank you. I told you this guy was a topman. Fucking rig rat. But I guess, do we know that his name is Timothy? Guess he could. You know what? Maybe he's Lewis. Let's go throw that in there real quick. No, that did not help us immediately solve a fate, so I probably chose him for a reason. The alarm is going off. Hold on, I must take my medicine. Okay, but hey, you know what? That helped. Because now we know the difference between one of the 3 Russian people. So, the other 2 can just kind of be process of elimination. Because I don't think we're gonna get any more information about them. But now, did this Russian guy kill anybody? That I couldn't tell you. Who are you? Oh, this is Omid. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, everybody present up here is a Topman. And there are 3 people from China, Maba, Omid, the Russian guy, and the dude. So let me go back down. One more time, let me go back down. Orlop deck. You. Alright, thank you. This one's empty. This guy, 57, did not die of illness. He was the one in the rig who got electrocuted. Okay. That is what I came back to find. 57. Who are you? What? You're English! You liar! Did that say? Are we sure that said 57? Oh, but yeah, these are all 50s. What happened to this dude then? But actually, now that we know that, hold on. Hold on. Hey guys. We don't know what happened to any of you. Well, I mean, we do, but I don't know how to tell what your faces look like. I was in the wrong spot. Here. Okay, everybody's here. There are feet in all of these. This is less helpful than I hoped. Alright, so this doesn't actually... This doesn't make sense, though, because I know that the guy who was electrocuted up there was... That's how he died. And he's a topman. He gave me an ad for Taco Bell before your stream. I'm so honored. I could really ask for nothing more. So all of these guys. Buddy, are you sure that you weren't electrocuted? I'm not sure about that either, my friend. But I do want to go over to the Russian dudes as well, since we're here. You have been accounted for. So you two... Alright, here's what we're gonna do here. Two Russian fellows. I have never in my life heard the name Alarcus. I thought that was just me. I feel like I'm missing just a tiny little piece of information to help me differentiate them because they're all Chinese topmen, except for, you know, the one who was electrocuted. Which I guess I should have just zoomed in on him, and I don't know why I didn't, actually. Now I think about it. Oh no, because I don't know his name. That's the whole point. And I thought that the hammocks would tell me more than they actually did, and that was unfortunate. Hey, Sokasa, thanks for the lizard treats. Mort got some earlier and then got real grumpy about me putting my hand in his face, so... So, I don't know the names, the difference in any of these names. I was gonna suggest that maybe... No. Not you. What? That wasn't... Is that really him? I thought that that was this guy. I mistook their faces. Yeah. So, presumably, one of these two guys has to be one of these two guys, right? Like... You're both Russian fellows, thank you. But who else was correct? It was just the 3 Russian guys. But hey, that confirms that that is in fact Emily Jackson. We're getting there. Now, this fellow... Did you kill anybody, my guy? I don't think you killed anybody. I think you were a very well-behaved man. But... I gotta go back one more time to that with all the top men. Take me up! Yeah, I cannot believe I didn't even see that the Russian guy up here at first. That would have made things so much easier. Okay, none of that helps. You, good sir, were in fact electrocuted. Where are you in the picture? Yep. Okay, yep, you're... You are a topman who was speared by a beast for some reason. Okay, but I have him down correctly. The other group of them, they're all back here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's... Not all of them are accounted for up there. So some people are hanging out with other people. You... Nathan, I would now like to focus on, I think, because I think we're at a dead end here with these guys for now. Who are you? Anybody else down here? A bunch of people hauling to release the topsail like they asked. What is going on down on deck? I mean, I can really gather no information from those guys. They're too far away. Alright. Nathan, you were in a boat, and so I suspected that you lived, but it is possible that I was incorrect. Well, I mean, it's clear that I was incorrect.
Last one. Move quick. You'll not take the last boat. Oh, look out.
Let them go!
Nathan, were you here? Or were you just in the other one? I don't see him down there. He did kill people. Oh, you got unlucky that I found you, mister. Oh god, which... I'm sorry, which Russian guy was that? It was this guy, right? Yeah, he was the topman, yeah. Alright, alright. Hey, we figured some things out. Didn't even mean to. But... the Peters brother wasn't here at this point. Why did I think he was? Hey, fake Lars.
go!
Yeah, okay, so we confirmed that that was correct. Who knows who that guy was? So yeah, no, he wasn't here. You came back. I no longer think that you are alive in Africa. You're maybe alive somewhere else. I mean, it does say that he disappeared. I can't track you right now, buddy, okay? Captain, hi. And here's our good friend here. The rig man. What's going on down here? Ah, yes, we're having the very near stabbing. We have dealt with that. He was climbing back up from the boat. He was down in the boat in this one, and then he was climbing back up, I guess, presumably to help in that one. Yeah, he has to be alive, right? I had him as alive in the Azores, but he must be alive somewhere else, which is why that wasn't correct. The last thing that I wanted to look at was what? We got the Russian topman guy. He did kill somebody. I'm still trying to find Peters. Where are you, dude? Mr. Peters? And your brother, Mr. Peters? Alright, Nathan and Samuel. So, yeah, his brother died in an accident in which Stripey Shirt Man was implicated. I have an admission to make. I walked past the Taco Bell yesterday and didn't go in. Shade, get out. Get out forever, you're banned. It considered but was entirely deserted and the only staff member was sleeping on the front counter. Alright, you're welcome back. That is an acceptable reason. Shifio. Wow. Wielding the hammer of power with such impunity. Alright, Nathan. Man, you were in a lot of memories, dude. So he disappeared. Can we connect you with anybody else's death? What happened here? Oh yeah, no, he was definitely here for sure. Hold on a second. Yeah, let me go back here. Lars was clubbed by our man. This was what I was looking for. Not Samuel Peters, he's dead. Nathan. I think. 'Cause that's who this is. You killed my brother. Yep, and then he slaps him right in the face. So unless that's not the true Lars, then we only need one more thing to lock in more fates. But okay, we've burned our brains long enough today. Just one more Lars needed. Eventually, we will find all 60. How many people are there? All 60, yeah. We'll find all 60 Larses. And it'll be good. Well, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Let me find somebody to raid. I will not be back on Thursday. Actually, let me grab you the link. I will be opening for my own marathon, which is so weird for me to say. A lot of people have so generously begun to create a marathon for me over at Speed Docs to help me pay for all of the damage that was caused with all of our like house brickwork suddenly falling apart. So here's the schedule for that event. I'm opening with Last Guardian, and then every run in the event is as animal themed as possible because it's going to help me with the lizard enclosures. So we're gonna be hanging out all weekend. So I'll be starting that on Friday instead of my usual Thursday stream. That's where I will be. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. I think we're gonna go probably just over to Barry because, you know, that's how we play around here. Barry was not live last week, so we can go say hi. We're gonna figure these people out, okay? Next week. We're gonna fill this book out. Just say hi to Barry when you get over there. Otherwise, maybe I'll see you on Friday at the marathon. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Bye!